Okay, yeah. I'm going to read Article 17 as well. To see if the town will vote to raise and appropriate the sum of $70,000 to perform an assessment recertification for the tax year beginning 4/1/2010 pursuant to New Hampshire DRA rules, and further to authorize the withdrawal of $70,000 from the revaluation capital reserve fund created for this purpose. This will be a non-lapsing appropriation per RSA 32:7(6) and will not lapse until the recertification is complete or by December 31st, 2010, whichever is sooner. The Selectmen and the Budget Committee recommend this appropriation.
I just want to give a little side. It's something actually I didn't think it applied to this article in particular, but we had a discussion in the Budget Committee. There's an article in the Constitution, Section 1, Article 28A, which says basically that any mandate by the state government has to be paid to the state government unless the town assumes the cost. And if this article would fall under 28A, you know, you might, I mean, it would be one of those things you tell the state, hey, it's a mandate, you got to pay for it. It shouldn't come out afterwards. So that was a big discussion of, I mean, I just saw it, I didn't think that, but I just realized it was a mandate they passed a couple of years ago, that'd be done every 5 years, I think.
I don't, where it says DRA rules too, I'm not sure that there's a statutory.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's still a state mandate, it doesn't say statutory mandate, this is a mandate. So I don't know. So I mean, it's an issue that you know, we debated hotly in the Budget Committee about a number of things, mostly regarding school budget, but that's where most mandates are, actually. There's very, you know, but we also talked about the city clerk, you know, there's mandates, new mandates that she has to do, that she has to perform that the state's not reimbursing her for, and so we have to pick up the tab. So there's a lot of, that's how they're balancing their budget, is by making the towns do more, so they don't have to pay for them anymore. So that was an issue that came up time and time again, well, not time and time, it came up several times during the deliberations by the Budget Committee.
You're right on that. I was a delegate to the Constitutional Convention back in '84, which was the last one, and the convention voted that the state will not mandate, will not be able to issue mandates without funding them.
Right.
And they've ignored that.
Right.
Regardless. And this is why these towns are under some of the burden that they're under. And no one takes the state to court to challenge it.
Right. Well, Raymond's taking the court over kindergarten.
No, Nashville.
Nashville's taking the court over kindergarten. They're saying they don't have it yet.
Right.
You want to do it? Yeah, you're going to have to pay for it.
Yeah.
Because it's a state mandate. So that's, yeah. So that's,
I think it's healthy.
yeah, I think there's other things we're doing too. But so that's an issue, you know, that I've actually called the Attorney General's office several times about this thing, yet to give me a response of what their interpretation of the article is, because there's two different interpretations. One is once you agree to fund it, you always agree to fund it. But the other one is like, because we have annual budget cycles, is it whether we can choose annually whether to fund it or not.
Right.
So that's sort of what we have to put the Attorney General's office.
That's the gray area.
Yeah, it's a gray area, so we're trying to get a ruling on it.
But the convention did vote pretty unanimously to allow the state to mandate things without funding them.
Right. So yeah, because when you look at our taxes and how much it is because of state mandates that we've assumed and no one's not, and people assume they have to pay for them.
That's right.
So.
Actually, I have a question on this. If Article 7 didn't pass,
Okay.
which is the 20.
If that does not pass, yeah.
Can we still fund the 70?
Yep, because there's 78 in there right now. Yep.
We'd create problems down the next 5 years.
Right, yep, you could still do this year's, yeah.
No. To see if the town will vote and raise